Aloha, good morning. This is Caron Davis of Caron Realty International. And another week just flown by. It just amazes me. And today's an absolutely stunning day, breathless day, no wind, which is always so beautiful, and crisp air. So very lucky to live Hawaii, as they say. It's just one of those magic days. Well, it's that time again just to talk about what happened last month. And it's always a great thing to reflect, whether it's business, personal, what's going on with the family, just to take those few moments just to say, what happened? So we're going to talk about real estate statistics last month, and let me share my screen so I can share some of these insights with you. As you can see, the closed sales were 51 closed sales in October. This is one of the highest volume of sales since May 2022. And let me show you the graph just to illustrate that. As you can see, the sales since 2020. So we'll, of course, have a link to all this. And interestingly enough, the days on the market for luxury homes over the past 4 months has averaged about 4 to 8 weeks. And probably around 6 weeks, you're seeing home sell. And, a lot of reason we have this sales volume increasing, of course, is people are adjusting their prices with the market right now continuously. And there was a 43% increase in price changes last month for people to really figure out where the market was at. Interestingly enough, we talk about the different price ranges, in the luxury market. And I'm seeing it a lot right now, that 10 million plus market. There's really no changes. There was actually a sale in Lanikai that occurred last week, but it fell out of escrow, unfortunately. So it's still a tough market going on in that 10 million plus market to get that secured sale. There was a wonderful home, though, a little under 10 million in Kahala Avenue that just closed. We'll feature that next month, of course, probably for one of the highest sales in November. But if we go back to October, the highest sale was an oceanfront in Kailua. Oceanfront hasn't slowed down. People want that beautiful beachfront. And this home was listed a little over 8 million and sold for $8 million. And it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. In its day, it was state of the art, but it did need some work. But I think a big selling feature of this home was the amount of land area. It was a little under 21,000 square feet. So congratulations to the seller and the new buyer. It's a huge opportunity for somebody there. Now, moving on to the condominium market, not a lot of changes really. And as you can see, there's a very tall spike there with the number of sales back in August 2025. And we did a little digging on why that is so different from the rest of the bars here. And 8 of the 21 sales were actually Victoria Place. And that's when Victoria Place was really hot. People started to move in, people wanted to buy there. And I remember a few months ago when that was going on, and it seemed like that's where everyone's attention was. But that's slowed down, and things get back to normal and people start looking at everything on the market. But then Victoria Place was the hot commodity, and it may still be as hot, but not as hot when it first comes out, like everything brand new. And some of the just to let you know, we've been averaging about 12 to 13 sales consistently. Not a lot of changes going on, but definitely we've sold a few of our more affordable condominiums in buildings that are older. So people are looking outside Kaka'ako. Our highlight of the highest sale was the Park Lane, 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath plus a den, gorgeous unit there at Park Lane, and of course world-class 5-star concierge services. And that sold for $6,150,000 last month. Originally, that was listed about 540 days ago for a little under 7 million. So eventually it did sell. And interestingly enough, when the original buyer bought that unit, they had bought it a little under 4.5 million. So it's always interesting to see, where the resale values have gone since the building appeared in the beginning. Now, please feel free to call me with any statistics you need. I'm finding some great little gems out there, especially in the condo market. And single family homes seem to just be selling really, really quick. And it was interesting where we have a home on Akena Circle and we're in the midst of negotiating an offer. And, hopefully that'll all come together here today. But interesting enough, when we did our brokers open, there were at least 70 to 80 brokers through who were looking for clients. And what was a little scary, I thought, was there was actually 5 times the amount of people at my brokers open as there is to what inventory is up in Hawaii Lower Ridge right now. So we still have that supply problem and the demand strong here. It's just when, a home, the style of the home and the price meets the buyer's needs, of course, and it eventually comes together, but it's a matter of just really identifying who that ideal buyer is and what price range and what other areas they might be looking at. Now, moving on to Marianne's photos, always is a lot of fun, of course. And I know, last month, with all the beautiful fall colors on the East Coast, and Marianne thought it'd be fun to see, well, what do we have to look forward to here in Hawaii, with our colors. And what she says, not many of our trees lose leaves, but we get to enjoy green all year round. So we're competing with that beautiful East Coast fall colors. And of course, we have our own beauty going on. And she mentions here, instead of fallen leaves, there's a red-crested cardinal enjoys the nectar red, blood red flowers of the sausage tree that blooms from the tree night, carpeting the ground beneath. Very beautifully put there, of course. Let me move on to the next photo. And of course, we always enjoy the fall colors in our skies. Absolutely magic. They're still magic today. We're getting some beautiful colors in our skies right now. And of course, the rich jewel tone of that sunset that so many people rush down to the beach to see the green flash. Of course, it's always definitely a highlight of those beautiful sunsets. Well, with that, everyone have a lovely weekend. And I know people must be starting to get busy and arranging for Thanksgiving, which is in a few weeks. Please, take some time just to breathe. I know we're all rushing around to get organized, so we enjoy the holidays, of course. But please feel free to call or text me with any questions you have on the market. We're very busy. We've definitely got our fingers on the pulse of what's going on, and it's a very exciting market, and there's lots of wonderful opportunities out there for everyone. Well, with that, much mahalo, and we'll be in touch next week.